last train to Crimson Hill, and the eyes appeared. The clock at the station blinked 11:45 p.m. as Michael stepped onto the creaking platform. The last train to Crimson Hill waiting like a dark leviathan. Rain hammered down relentlessly, soaking his coat and chilling his bones. The platform was deserted, save for a flickering lamp casting weak light over gleaming rails that disappeared into a black tunnel of trees. Boarding the train felt like crossing an invisible threshold where the mundane world slipped away, and something unknown stirred in the shadows beyond. The train's wheels groaned as it pulled away from the station, plunging into night's embrace. Michael sank into a worn leather seat, the carriage lit by flickering overhead bulbs that buzzed softly. Outside, the trees blurred into a dark smear, but every so often, something caught his eye, faint, unblinking points of light deep in the woods. He blinked and looked again, but the eyes vanished like a trick of the rain. A cold unease crept up his spine, the silence inside the carriage growing heavier with each mile. As the train wound deeper into the forest, the eyes multiplied dozens, then hundreds, glowing with an unnatural hue. They watched, unblinking and silent, reflecting a light that didn't belong to the train or the moon. Michael's breath fogged the window as he pressed his palm against the cold glass, heart pounding. Whispers seemed to ripple through the air, impossible to localize, but impossible to ignore. Was the train's engine faltering, or was his mind unraveling in the suffocating darkness? Michael reached for the emergency brake handle, his fingers trembling. But the moment his hand touched the cold metal, the whispers crescendoed into a chorus of unintelligible voices. The train jolted violently, lights flickering out before plunging the carriage into near darkness. The only illumination came from the eyes outside, hundreds of them, pulsating rhythmically, as if breathing with the forest itself. Panic surged, yet he could neither move nor speak, trapped in a liminal space between fear and disbelief. Suddenly, the lights snapped back on, and the train slowed to a stop at a small, forgotten station. The platform was empty, only drenched wooden benches and the distant howl of wind. Michael's heart still hammered as he peered out, expecting the eyes to vanish. Instead, they remained, fixed on him from the edge of the forest. He stepped off the train, every nerve alive with dread. The station sign read simply, Crimson Hill. No town, no lights, just silence and watching eyes. The line between reality and nightmare had blurred, and Michael realized some journeys end not with arrival, but with awakening to something far older, far darker.